Hey everybody, so this is Abram checking in, and we got my boy Jaedn here.
Checking in.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and give you this leg day, this long and anticipated leg day. Right here I started to warm up with 45s on each side, and then I went up to this right here, which is the 245s on each side. You know, it's not 225 because the bar is actually 20 pounds, but as you can see there, my feet are slightly forward just because it's in an angle. That's why I want to get the full stretch of the glutes and the legs and the full contraction right there in the lockout. So now we're going to pass it over to this. I went to my heaviest, which is going to be the 5s on each side along with those 225s. I was going to go for 3 plates, but the last time I tried, my form was a bit wrong just because of the angle of the Smith machine. My back hurt for a whole week. Usually if you go really heavy and you don't get the form straightened out, your lower back will hurt, your middle back, something on your body will hurt that's not supposed to hurt. So I went ahead and the heaviest right here for that day. I think I was on like an hour of sleep, maybe 2, but I still decided to, get my lift in. And straight from there, we went on to the press, as my boy here, Jaedn, is gonna describe for y'all.
So press, we kind of tend to start off, nice and light with the leg press, because a lot of the mistakes that I see people doing is the same with squatting, is that they don't, bring their knees close to their chest as possible, so like they're kind of just in like the full contraction. And like a very important thing to do, like especially like on leg day, is don't forget to breathe. And if you're feeling like way too much pressure like on your lower back, and also like you gotta cut back on the weight because you're gonna end up hurting yourself. I'm over here hitting them 4 plates, making it seem all easy and shit.
Yeah, this is what I usually warm up with, guys. It's usually just because of experience. I remember the first time I did leg press, I could only do the 25s on each side. And that was since high school. I would say 2009, 2010. We're at 18 now, so don't get discouraged, guys, if you feel really on the leg press or in any general gym movements or muscle, because it does take time. Obviously, if we're not on performance enhancing drugs, so it's going to take us a little bit longer. But as you can see, natural, and we're still pushing heavy weight, so there's no excuse for guys or guys that don't think that you're going to build as much muscle or weight. Plus, we started from the bottom, now we're here. Just kidding, no. Started from the bottom, but now we're here in terms of successful with pushing that we can. So here. We basically started with 3 on each side, and as each set passed, we went ahead and added a plate, up heaviest plate. I think on this leg day, I actually did 7 plates. I'm not sure how much you did, Jimmy, if you remember.
I think I would probably 6. One thing I noticed is that a lot of people tend to, they don't think that they can push as much as they can, so they'll end up putting maybe 2 or maybe even 3 plates when they're really, they're not even sweating, they're not shaking, they're not doing anything, they're not pushing their full, and then in return they complain that they don't get any soreness. So don't be afraid to add an extra plate or 2. I mean, if it's still if you can still feel like you can more than 10 to 12 reps on the plates that you're having, add some weight, you can do much more than what you're putting right now.
Yeah, as long as you're struggling, not every single workout, but every now and then if you're pushing weight more than you can do, aka progressive overload, you'll definitely muscle gains and strength gains. So do not be discouraged. Struggle here, and you're gonna fail. We've all failed once or twice in our lives. That's what makes us successful in the long run. So here we have Jaedn. I forgot to put that thing up for this. It's a little. I feel more comfortable when it's stretched out, but Jaedn feels more comfortable on his personal preference when a bit higher. Yeah. So with the leg press, I believe this would have been your last set. I'm not entirely sure. I know on mine we have how much? 1, 2, 3, 4.
700 plates. Yeah. So
we got 7 plates on there. Yeah. I know for sure this one was last rep. Before, I would say when I was working out at STX, I was up to 5 plates, and I was struggling with that. As you can see now, guys, I mean, it's already been, a few years later, say a couple years later, and I added 2 plates to my strength gains. Yeah, it's been a while, but still, I'm slowly but surely getting there. So now we're moving on to the leg extensions. So how do you feel about these, Jaedn?
I started over on STX as well, about a year ago. I didn't really like leg extensions that much because I think I was contracting the wrong muscles. I was too tensed up when doing. After a couple months of doing these leg extensions, my knees started to hurt. So I'm not too sure exactly how to go ahead and fix that, but I went for less weight rather than trying to max it out, because you don't want to mess up your knees and pull max weight on leg extensions. No one's gonna be bragging over how much weight they can do on extensions. So I think the key is probably go more reps, less you don't want to mess up your knees.
That's true. That's very so many things from so many of my professors, so much of the gym bros here in the STX, Iron House, Mighty Joe's, you know, basically every gym in Westica. McDonald's too as well. The guy in the back of the McDonald's. No, I'm just kidding. But they've all told me the same thing. You know, it's not really. Yeah, it's impressive to be moving weight on these type of machines, but in reality, you're just gonna mess up your in the long run. The best thing would be just to do what Jaedn said, you know, just decent weight you can handle, at least 12, 13, 14 reps to get the blood in the muscle. As much blood as you get in the muscle, the more it'll grow, definitely for sure. The nutrients it needs, especially when it comes to nutrition and your diet, which we'll go over a little bit later on the next video. Right now we're giving you this leg day just to kind of show, you know, everybody that leg day may be the whole week. Some people might not even train leg day. I know if you guys have seen I know you guys have seen those memes that bros never let bros skip leg or don't skip leg day, and it shows like a big guy with a huge upper body but a tiny body. Yeah, you never want to do that. You never want to basically take off attention from another muscle to do a different one from your body, because illusion is going to look horrible. You're going to be basically chicken legs with huge arms back or huge chest.
You want to be at the beach wearing warm-ups because you're too afraid to ass chicken legs. So.
Or be one of those guys with the joggers at the gyms. I'm not talking smack, guys. It's smack. It's just like, you know, they feel discouraged, and I feel like they shouldn't feel that way. I feel like everybody should feel freely in the gym, enjoying on their gains, not to be discouraged, not to be scared to work out. Everybody, we're all in this together, guys. We're all humans. We're all trying to succeed in aestheticness, or whether it be strength or just bettering yourself. We're the same boat, guys. We're all human. Everybody got to encourage each other, lift each other up. Don't bring each other down just because you look better than someone else. It's more for, you know, for the care for others and fitness. It's like one whole big family. It's just that we're not related. Yeah.
One thing that also in the previous video I said, no ego lifting, and don't lock you on leg press, squatting, or anything. Jesus Christ, those horrible mistakes that people have made. It's seen it, YouTube it, because Jesus, that's very horrible, and it's painful, man. Like I've seen, those things are horrible. So make sure you don't lock your knees when you're doing any kind of like leg press or squatting or anything like that, because that can end very terrible.
Yeah, guys. So right here we went ahead and just basically deloaded, or how you say, cooled down with just some cardio. If you like this video, guys, go ahead and just share, subscribe for more, and be on the look for the next nutrition video coming next week. Thank you. Okay, we probably